Welcome back to another video, folks, and today I want to discuss a manhwa slash webtoon called Returned by the King, or Returning with the King's Power. You know, I saw this webtoon or manhwa like every here and now and then. You know, I saw glimpses of it. The art looks pretty fire. It's actually made from the same studio that made Soul Leveling and Omniscient Reader, which is Read Studio. So I checked out the first episode. You know, I scrolled through it because I don't really want to get too spoiled about it. So I just scrolled through it real quick, and like already the art looks amazing. So I was like, okay, let's check the description. I checked the description. It's basically about this guy named Kim Tae-hyun. I think that was his name. I read it like 2 days ago. Hopefully I didn't forget. He's basically an unawakened. There's a whole world of hunters and whatnot. They call them players, but he's the unawakened one. I don't know if he's the only unawakened one in all of humanity, but he's an awakened. And I have read the whole thing, just so you guys know, and I don't know it yet. There's only like 63 chapters, so you can bench read it, or like 60 something chapters. But moving on, it's basically about this dude who lives as a porter his whole life. I don't know why he didn't get a different job. Maybe it was because of financial situations, but that still didn't make sense because his family wasn't bankrupt or anything. So that was kind of weird. But if you ignore that point, it's a dude who's basically working hard to earn money and make a living, but he's an unawakened, so obviously he gets alienated by other awakeners, and so he lives a harsh life. And in this dungeon, the first episode, this is like the first chapter, so it's not gonna be too much of a spoiler. He's in a party and his party gets wiped out, and right when he's about to like die from a monster that's literally ranked SSS Apocalypto, which I'm like, all right, I guess they're embracing this whole SSS thing because that was kind of ridiculous. But here you go, let's just get to it. As you can see, the art's not bad. It's actually really good. Yeah, the monsters look pretty cool and everything, but it's not as good as you think. Oh, it's Asmodeus. Yeah, not Apocalypto. My bad, you know, it's Asmodeus. Here you go. Let's just get to it. Yeah, right when he's about to die, he curses his life and curses those that like talk down to him and whatnot, saying like damn and all these other profanities and whatnot. And I don't really want to get copyrighted with YouTube or demonetized, you know. But basically, all conditions for your awakening have been met, which, oh, okay, what is that supposed to mean? Flash, and then boom, Mr. Elegance appears over here. Man, they drew him so well too. Look at this. Look at this mother effort. Look, yeah, time stopped and everything. Asmodeus is frozen. And then this dude saying, haha, freezing such a weak monster and time is nothing. Weak monster? This monster is ranked SSS. So you know it's serious. And you know this guy's a Giga Chad when he literally says this thing's pathetic. Okay? So you're already starting off the chapter with a so surprising, you know. Who are you? And then this guy calls himself the king or whatnot. I still don't know who he is and whatnot because they haven't revealed it. It's 60 something chapters, which is understandable, you know. Obviously it's a secret. And basically he grants him his power and puts him back in time where he's in high school and whatnot. And then you start to follow the journey of this high schooler who has the memories of the future, going from zero to hero. So yeah, that's the end of the context. Now the pros and cons, you know, because it's not as amazing as you think it is, right? I thought it was gonna be pretty decent, but when I saw the comments, holy shit, man, they were shitting on this hard. Like they were saying something like, this is like the fantasy of like a 13-year-old. This must be written by some teenager or something, because it must have been pretty bad because they were literally garbaging it. And I was like, holy, is it really that bad? Because there was like a webtoon I read called like Cloning or Auto Hunting with My Clones, and that was actually pretty decent. I liked it, but people were trashing on it, so I don't really understand that. But in this one, they were saying it's real bad. And after reading it, I wouldn't say it's as bad as they say it is, but it's not amazing either. So let's get into it. First, let's start off with the pros, you know? What's the good thing? Well, obviously, first and foremost, the art. It's fantastic, as you can see. Like, it looks beautiful, you know? It's clean and everything. Obviously, Read Studio, so you already know it's fire. Now, with the art out of the way, the action. The action is subpar, I guess. It's decent. It's not really that amazing. They just, like, shoot skills and then dash or dash away and then punch, and that's pretty much it. There's not really that much choreography between their actions, so it's all right. And as for the power progression, the beginning, it was alright. It was alright. You know, this is a con, right? This is a con. It's not part of the pro. The power progression, it's pretty bad. Okay, the man goes from freaking level 0 noob to a mother effing S rank. Hello? In a few chapters, S rank, and then we see all these other S ranks, and like the power levels, like power scaling just shifts left and right. You have like national level hunters, S ranks, and now S ranks look like F ranks. Like what is going on? There's not really much intensity or danger that the MC faces where you're like, he earned this power, you know? It doesn't feel like that. Which, if you're comparing it to like solo leveling, it's hella different. In solo leveling, you actually go through like the dangers the MC faces, the hardships and whatnot, and as well as like when national level hunters get introduced, you're like, oh damn, we saw these S ranks getting wiped out from this Jeju Island raid, so how strong were these national ranks? But in here, they just introduce it willy-nilly and they just defeat like S ranks like they're nothing. It's just, there's not really much hype or suspense, I guess you could say. I didn't really feel that. It just felt like unga boonga freaking power level turn your brain off type of read, which if you guys enjoy that, then that's what it is. That's why I'm recommending this, because there's actually a pretty good amount of chapters and it's an alright read, you know? It's not something that you're gonna be reading weekly or you're excited for weekly, but if there's like a mass like chapter release of it, then sure, why not? Give it a try. And yeah, that's why I decided to make this video, because it was alright. Not too amazing. So in short, the pros or the art and the action. That's pretty much it. As for the cons, the power leveling, the story progression, the story plot itself, it's kind of subpar, man. It's decent. It's all right. That's all I can really say. You know, it's mid meaning middle. You know, it's all right. So yeah, if you guys enjoy these type of like webtoons or whatnot, or manhwas, then go check it out. It's called Returned by the King. And also, I'm not telling you anything about his powers and whatnot, because that'll be kind of a spoiler. But yeah, just go check it out. Just don't have your expectations too high, because from the beginning, it looked alright, you know, from the beginning, but later on, it just gets wacky. So yeah, that's all from me, and see you guys next time. Peace.